And so I have no problem with the fact that they might be smarter than I am. But the same could apply to our technological kids. AI systems might outsmart us. We wouldn't figure it out. And this will be our first encounter with an entity that is smarter than us, because until now we thought that we are the smartest here on Earth. And it will be a good preparation for an encounter with a more intelligent neighbor. And maybe that gadget that will be functional, that we would encounter, would have in it AI. Because if you think about interstellar travel, the trip takes a long time. Even at the speed of light, it takes tens of thousands of years to cross the Milky Way galaxy. And that means that biological creatures like us will not survive the journey. There are cosmic rays that would damage our body. But you can imagine hardening a technological system to survive the journey and having an AI guide it so that it's independent, doesn't wait for guidance from the sender. So the situation is similar to helicopter parenting. This is the approach we took with all the gadgets we sent to Mars, for example. They are operated by engineers at the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena. However, and we even operated a helicopter on Mars. So that's why helicopter parenting is really appropriate here. But eventually, when we go to greater distances, and it may start with Titan, we want our probes to have their own intelligence so that they make decisions on the spot. It takes a long time for the signal to go back and forth from Earth to the probe. And so it's just like sending our kids out of home. You don't expect your kid to call you for any decision, only to report back when something important happens and send you a postcard or call you. And therefore, using AI for space exploration would be ideal when you go large distances, because then you send autonomous systems that can operate on their own based on the guidelines that we gave them. And they can communicate back the most important information to us. As of now, we haven't sent AI to space. But to me, it sounds like the wave of the future.
Have there been any other signs of extraterrestrial life that we haven't talked about yet, that you're aware of?
We talked about radio signals, the search for molecular fingerprints in the atmospheres of planets, which is a primitive life in the form of microbes, and objects that may have arrived near Earth, and other technological signatures like industrial pollution, city lights. So these are all subjects I worked on, but we covered all of them.
When you were talking about the observatory that's going to be in Chile, I can't remember the year.
2025. In
2025.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that you thought that we would see objects like the disk maybe one every couple of months.
Yes.
What makes you certain with that prediction?
Given that we found one object over a period of time of a few years at that distance, and with a telescope that we know the capabilities of, now we can extrapolate and ask, what's the likelihood that a much better telescope like the Rubin Observatory will find similar objects? It can look farther away because it's more sensitive.